Forget your sunny beaches. Forget your cute little city breaks. We're talking about places the world itself has deemed off-limits. Places that whisper warnings, places that actively resist your presence. But why? What lurks within these forbidden frontiers? What makes them so impossibly dangerous? And could you ever even get close? The truth, it turns out, is far more chilling than any travel brochure could ever prepare you for. Imagine an invisible wall. Not built by humans, but by nature itself. A barrier of extreme conditions, hostile elements, and something else. Something you can't quite put your finger on. What if reaching these places isn't just difficult, but fundamentally wrong? What if crossing that threshold changes you, or worse, reveals truths humanity isn't meant to comprehend? The journey begins, but the destination might just be an illusion. For centuries, explorers have sought to leave their mark. But there are corners of this planet where no human footprint has ever truly remained. Or if it has, it's been erased. Swallowed by what? Crushing ice? Volcanic fire? Or something far more ancient and patient? These aren't just remote spots, they are active zones of rejection. As if the land itself breathes, and it doesn't appreciate intruders. Our first impossible journey takes us not up, but down. Deep, deep down. To a realm where light refuses to penetrate, where pressure could flatten a tank, and where creatures from nightmares swim in silent majesty. This isn't just an ocean trench, it's a gateway. A world without surface, without sun, without air. What kind of secrets could possibly survive in such an unforgiving, lightless void? And what if something is waiting? The Mariana Trench. A name synonymous with extreme depth. But it's more than just a big hole in the ground. The pressure there? Over 1,000 times that at sea level. Your bones would liquefy. Your very atoms would feel the strain. Yet, life thrives. In forms we barely understand. But is it just the pressure keeping us out? Or is it something beneath the pressure, something guarding a secret far older than humanity? From crushing cold to searing heat. Imagine a desert so vast, so merciless, that the sand itself seems to boil. A place where the air shimmers, not from heat haze, but from the raw energy radiating from the earth. The sun, a malevolent eye. Water? A distant memory. But what if this extreme environment isn't just naturally occurring? What if it's a defense mechanism? A perimeter protecting something precious, or something terrifying? In a remote corner of an unforgiving continent lies the Valley of Whispers. A place known for sudden, unexplained geological phenomena. The ground shudders. Strange gases seep from cracks. And the wind carries voices. Not human. Something ancient, ethereal. Is it just the echoes of the earth, or something more? Something that actively tries to drive you away, filling your mind with dread and confusion? Deep in the polar regions, beyond the reach of conventional icebreakers, there are glaciers. But these aren't just frozen rivers. They are alive. Constantly shifting, groaning, swallowing everything that touches them. Ships, planes, entire expeditions. Vanished without a trace. The cold is a predator. The ice, its teeth. But is it merely nature's indifference, or a sentient, hungry entity, guarding something buried deep within its frozen heart? These polar regions aren't just cold, they're home to ghost winds. Unpredictable, hurricane-force gusts that appear from nowhere, ripping tents, tearing flesh, and erasing all visibility in an instant. They don't just blow, they hunt. They seem to follow. To torment. Many who survived these winds speak of a profound sense of despair, an overwhelming urge to simply give up. Is the environment breaking their will, or is something riding the wind? Now, let's talk about places where the air itself is a weapon. Not just thin, but tainted. Imagine vibrant, beautiful landscapes, deceptively lush, but deadly to breathe. Lakes shimmer with unnatural colors, plants pulse with a strange, otherworldly glow. What caused this transformation? An ancient geological process? A forgotten disaster? Or is it a carefully cultivated defense, an ecosystem that rejects all forms of advanced life, except its own? Far beneath the waves, hidden from charts, lies a city. Not one built by humans, but by something else. And it breathes, emitting strange, heavy gases that rise to the surface, creating an uninhabitable zone above. Boats drift aimlessly, their crews found in strange, peaceful repose. No wounds. Just a silent, permanent sleep. Is this merely a natural phenomenon, or a protective exhale from a dormant civilization that prefers to remain undisturbed? Imagine a place where the sky is constantly alive with crackling energy. Where lightning strikes aren't just common, but continuous. Not from storms, but from the ground itself. A natural generator. Animals avoid it. Birds fall from the air. Any electronic device simply dies. Is it a geological anomaly? Or a barrier, a shield against something trying to escape? Or perhaps, something trying to enter? What secrets would need such a fierce, natural guard? In the heart of this electromagnetic maelstrom, compasses spin wildly. GPS signals vanish. Even your own sense of direction becomes distorted. Time itself seems to glitch. Hours pass in minutes, or minutes stretch into an eternity. People report feeling profoundly disoriented, losing memories, or experiencing strange, vivid hallucinations. Is this just the chaos of raw energy, or is something deliberately manipulating perception in this impossible zone? Below the surface, in a labyrinth of ancient caverns, darkness isn't just the absence of light. It's a presence. A crushing, suffocating blanket. And the silence, it's not truly silent. It's filled with whispers. Soft, insidious sounds that echo not just from the stone, but from inside your own head. They promise things. They threaten. They tell you to turn back. Are these just echoes of geological stress, or the voice of something trapped or waiting? Explorers who venture into these whispering caverns often report more than just auditory hallucinations. They describe a profound, primal fear that grips them. A sense of being watched, even in the absolute dark. The passages seem to shift, confusing their path. Walls appear where there were none. It's as if the cavern itself is alive, a massive, ancient predator playing with its prey. Or perhaps, it's something more subtle, more psychological, weaponizing your own mind against you. In a remote, misty region, there's a forest unlike any other. They say the trees walk. Not like ants, but slowly, imperceptibly, shifting their positions over days or weeks. And beneath their root systems, strange, bioluminescent fungi pulsate with an otherworldly light. These aren't just trees, they're a living, breathing, collective organism. But what purpose does this slow, deliberate movement serve? Is it a form of territorial defense, creating an ever-changing maze to confuse and trap intruders? This walking forest isn't just about moving trees. It's an entire ecosystem of deception. The plants emit subtle pheromones that induce disorientation, even mild euphoria, making explorers lose their sense of time and purpose. Predator insects, perfectly camouflaged, strike silently. The very air is heavy, dreamlike. It feels like a beautiful, serene trap. A place designed not just to keep you out, but to absorb you, quietly, into its strange, fungal embrace. There's an island, shrouded in perpetual mist, where everything grows too big. Insects the size of small birds. Reptiles that dwarf a human. Plants with thorns like daggers. Evolution here took a different path, accelerating into monstrous forms. But why? Is it a unique genetic anomaly? A pocket of prehistoric life? Or has some unknown energy source fueled this growth, making the island not just dangerous, but profoundly alien? The creatures on this island of giants aren't just big, they're aggressively territorial. And seemingly intelligent. Their hunting patterns are complex, their defenses formidable. Every step you take is a gamble. Every rustle in the undergrowth could be your last. What kind of evolutionary pressure could create such apex predators? And what are they protecting so fiercely? A nest? A territory? Or perhaps, a secret? A source of this impossible growth? In an abandoned corner of the world, there exists a silent zone. No birds sing. No insects buzz. Even the wind seems to hold its breath. It's not just quiet, it's an oppressive, heavy silence that drains all sound. Any attempt to make noise feels wrong, like breaking an unspoken rule. What could cause such an unnatural stillness? Is it a natural vacuum? Or a lingering echo of something catastrophic, something so terrible that even sound cannot escape its memory? Those who spend too long in the silent zone report disturbing effects. Not just hearing their own heartbeat, but an increasing paranoia. A feeling of being watched, of something just out of sight, moving in the silence. Some claim to hear whispers, indistinguishable from their own thoughts. Is the silence merely a byproduct of a danger, or is it the danger itself? A psychological weapon, designed to isolate, to break the mind, to prepare you for whatever comes next? Back to deserts, but this one is different. It's the shifting sands. Not just dunes moving in the wind, but the very ground itself is unstable, fluid. Quicksand is everywhere, but it's not always visible. Entire lakes of liquid sand appear and vanish. What power churns the earth here so violently? Is it a subterranean river? A geological anomaly? Or is the land itself sentient, constantly remaking its surface to ensnare and bury any who dare trespass? Many have entered the shifting sands. Few have returned. And those who do often recount stories of bizarre vanishing acts. Not just people, but equipment, entire vehicles. Swallowed whole, not by quicksand alone, but by a sudden, inexplicable opening in the earth. Like a trapdoor. A hungry maw. It's too precise to be purely natural. Could these be the remnants of an ancient defense system, still active, still protecting something hidden beneath the ever-changing surface? There's a remote highland plateau known as the Zone of Forgetfulness. Not because of memory loss, but because everything is forgotten there. Your reason for coming. Your sense of self. Your past. It's as if the very air erases purpose. Explorers find themselves wandering aimlessly, losing track of days, weeks. What kind of atmospheric or energetic anomaly could cause such a profound cognitive blank? Or is it something more insidious, actively stealing identity? Those lucky enough to be retrieved from the zone of forgetfulness are often empty shells. They can't recall their names, their families, their entire lives. They exist, but without identity. It's a fate worse than death for some. What is this place doing to them? Is it stripping them bare? Harvesting something? Or are they simply overwhelmed by the sheer, existential void of the zone? And what happens if you stay too long? Does the body eventually follow the mind into oblivion? We know volcanoes are dangerous. But what if one was conscious? The living volcano is a peak that doesn't just erupt, but seems to respond. To mood. To intrusion. Its lava flows change direction unnaturally. Its rumblings sound like growls. Locals whisper of sacrifices, of ancient pacts. Is it just superstition? Or does this mountain truly possess a primitive, territorial intelligence, protecting something priceless, or hiding something terrifying, within its fiery heart? Approaching the living volcano isn't just about avoiding lava. It's about heeding the warnings. The air itself feels charged. Animals flee days before an eruption. and climbers report visions, nightmares, and a profound sense of unwelcome. Sometimes, a clear, resonating echoes in their minds, pushing them back. Is it atmospheric pressure? Collective fear? Or the volcano's own primordial will, actively communicating its desire for solitude? Deep within a forgotten range, there's a valley rumored to contain a crystal prison. Not a building, but a geological phenomenon. Massive, perfectly formed crystals that refract light in impossible ways, creating dazzling, disorienting illusions. But get too close, and they don't just disorient, they trap. Forming invisible barriers, redirecting your path, eventually leading you to a central point from which escape seems impossible. Is this a natural wonder, or an ancient, alien technology? The crystal prison isn't just visually misleading. The light it emits, or perhaps captures, seems to affect the mind, causing intense confusion, memory loops, and a strange sense of contentment that makes you forget the need to escape. Like a fly caught in amber, you exist, but your will is gone. What are these crystals truly made of? What power do they harness? And what purpose does this beautiful, serene captivity serve? A natural battery? A silent observer? Our most baffling location yet. A pocket of reality where time itself behaves erratically. In the time distortion zone, minutes can feel like hours, hours like seconds. Objects age rapidly, then rejuvenate. Plants grow, wither, and bloom again in a single afternoon. Animals appear and vanish. What force could warp the fundamental fabric of existence in such a localized way? A powerful nexus of unknown energy? A tear in the universe? Or something orchestrating it? Explorers in the time distortion zone report more than just temporal oddities. They see echoes. Brief, ghostly images of past events. Or perhaps, future ones. They hear whispers from different eras. Sometimes, they even glimpse themselves, moments later, or years earlier. It's a terrifying, disorienting kaleidoscope of existence. Is this a window into other dimensions? Or a warning? A fragmented message from something beyond our comprehension, trapped within this temporal anomaly? Beyond all these dangers, beyond all explanation, there are stories. Stories of a pervasive hum. A low, resonant vibration that exists in all these impossible places. Whether it's the crushing depths, the electric sky, the silent zone, or the time distortion field. Always the hum. It's not sound. It's a feeling. A presence. As if the entire planet is a single, vast, ancient organism, and these impossible places are its organs. Its defenses. Its secrets. So, why are these places so fiercely protected? By pressure, by heat, by cold, by toxic air, by the very fabric of time and space? Is it to guard precious resources? Ancient knowledge? Or something far more profound? Something that, if unleashed, could unravel the very essence of our reality? Every impossible place, every deadly whisper, every temporal glitch, they are all part of a grander, more terrifying design. What if these aren't just natural phenomena? What if there's an intelligence behind it? An architect of impossibility. Not human. Not even from Earth as we know it. A guardian. A creator. A force that shaped these zones, not to destroy us, but to contain something. Or perhaps, to test us. To see if we are worthy of discovering what lies beyond the impossible. Or perhaps, we're just not ready. And here's the deepest layer of the puzzle. These places aren't just dangerous. They are impossible because they are not meant to be visited. Not yet. Each one is a lock. A seal. A warning sign. And the closer you get, the more the world reveals its true nature. That we are not alone in its vastness. And some things, some places, should forever remain untouched. Because the greatest danger isn't reaching them. It's what reaches back. The ultimate truth about these impossible places? They are fragments. Pieces of a greater whole. Each one, a symptom of an underlying, vast, and incomprehensible entity. Earth isn't just a planet, it's a living consciousness. And these forbidden zones? They are its immune system. Its defense mechanisms. Protecting itself not just from human intrusion, but from a threat far older, far more cosmic. What is it defending itself from? The real question is, what are we defending ourselves from, by staying away?